This will be more of a side note, but in any meaningful conversation about colors, it's usually best to mention a phenomenon inseparably tied to it, the relativity of colors. Pretty soon, you'll be building up your own color palette references in this chapter, and surely you'll encounter this fascinating phenomenon. Color is actually relative to what surrounds it, and that way your eyes will always perceive it differently. And how to combine hue for maximum effect. Have you ever experienced your friends' eye color to change while their eyes are, of course, not changing? Instead, it was probably the color of their clothing that changed, or the light, or that of their surroundings, making blue eyes deeper blue, or hazel more dark, etc. On this image here, you can see this in action. You have this red rose, and there are portions lit by a cold light in here. Now, you'd naturally think that this is a violet color, even purple or bluish. It is just because there is so much pure red surrounding it, that it appears to our eye bluish in contrast. Or here, in this shot from the Lone Ranger, you would think that most of the color up here are kinda saturated blues and greens in here. Sure, there are hues of blue and yellowish green, but in truth, all of this is actually very desaturated. Even better, this effect is always more prominent when one color dominates your shot, and then there are some isolated colors from the opposite of the spectrum. You'd say that these sunlit cloud areas are pretty orange, yes? The way this works is, when placed against a darker background, the same color seems to almost glow, at least when compared to when it is placed on a brighter background. Feels less saturated on similar color, feels brighter on complementary color, feels darker on brighter value, feels brighter on darker value, less prominent on a color of similar saturation, more prominent on desaturated background. It will pop a little bit more than if it is placed on a color of similar saturation. And finally, most interestingly, if you place it on a similar hue, it will feel less intense than on a background of complementary color. Again, it is all about the contrast, not only of values, but this time of hues and saturations as well. Local color is the color that you see in natural, flat lighting without any shadows or highlights. In CG graphics, it is often called diffuse color, albedo, or base color. Relative color is how the color appears to our eye when it is placed next to another color. So it is the color influenced by light or its surroundings. Absolute color is the color that I pick through the eyedropper in Krita. Absolute color, the objective color that is recognized by the software, without the liabilities of the human eye. It is the objective color that is picked by the software without the liabilities caused by the human eye. To be absolutely reliable, this color has its own unique code.